What time it is?
Podcast time.
Well, here we are. What's going on, Mark?
Hello, Chris. You have an amazing day that you just performed.
I did.
And hold on, you're here with me in a basement in your house, and not with your. Who are you? Who would you be with?
I would normally be with my wife right now because I'm married again for the third time in my life. And by the way, where are you? Where are you at? Hi, Mark. We're actually here.
He likes touching my fingers.
We're off camera.
We're in the same room.
We're in the same room. Holy shit, we're in the same room together. It's crazy. Yeah, no, Mark came out to visit me last minute, and
very last minute.
This was a game time decision to get married. For
not us.
No, we're not married. No, I have a wife. Her name is Jessica.
I mean, not that it matters. I mean, whatever. I mean,
that's cool.
If she didn't show up, I think I was next up. So, that's fine.
Yeah. So
Joe was there.
Did we talk about me proposing? I forget.
We did a little. We tried to.
Okay,
keep that away.
Okay,
so you need to go there.
Some context.
So this is the best part of Aulani.
Yeah, when we were in Aulani, the last show, if you want to go back and watch the last show, we talked about our trip to Aulani. Yeah, go back. We need more. We had like 64 views. Let's get some more.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're building, slowly building. Anyway, while I was in the hospital, which I discussed on our last podcast, I was high on morphine, and I actually.
We apologize.
Lyra.
There's noise. There's a dog in here.
There's a dog in here. She's visiting.
She's
everybody else is sleeping. So anyway, I proposed to Jessica while I was high on morphine. And I had been telling her for quite a long time.
That was a good plan.
Yeah. When I was ready to marry her, it was going to happen like that. And we posted on social media right after we got engaged that we were engaged. Of course, everybody was very excited for us. What people didn't realize is that we were going to get married in less than a week. So I called Mark and Angela, Mark's wife, and I was like, hey, we're going to get married. Do you guys want to come out for it? Absolutely. So you guys jumped right on the first opportunity for a flight, right?
Yeah, we flew right out on Friday. We're leaving tomorrow morning, super early. Paid too much for the flight. I think it was probably more than his whole wedding cost. But hey, that's all right.
That's okay.
That's okay.
I'm glad you were here.
Steal his Amex on the way out. So it's fine. We had a wonderful time. We got to do some amazing things out here in the upstate New York area with some people.
Yeah,
good.
It was fun. We've actually had some interesting experiences. So last evening, we had for lack of a better term, a rehearsal dinner. Most of the same people that were involved in the wedding today, we just all got together and had dinner last night. I had it catered, and we might have gotten a tad tipsy, and it was late drive, close to midnight home. And because the weather has been warmer here in central New York, I had the top of the doors off my Jeep.
Oh, my God.
And we nearly got hypothermia on the drive back to my house. We had to stop several times to warm ourselves up. It was really quite intense.
Well, and I made the comment that I'm a little pudgier than him, so if he froze to death, I've got...
Yeah, he was like a seal. He had the coating to keep him warm.
So I was fine. I mean, I wasn't fine because it was terrible. And then again, it happened again today. So it starts raining today. It's been beautiful out. This morning we were all sweating in jeans and khakis and all these things during the ceremony, which is online on the Daily Octane channel if you want to watch it. There was a live stream. We have a couple other videos that are coming out with the stream as well. So wait for those because it was fun. It was an awesome time. But man. The weather sure changed. Well, what happened tonight?
Well, that's what happens in Syracuse. We always say, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes because it's going to be completely different. And that seems to be the commonplace. It's even worse during summer months here in New York because you could have I mean, we can go through 3 climates in the matter of a day here. It's just the way things work. So at this point, we are very tired. They have a 5 a.m., 6 a.m.? 5:50 a.m. flight tomorrow from the East Coast, and it's already 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. So we're going to be doing a short show tonight. We're just going to shoot the shit with you guys for, I don't know, a half hour.
And we're going to talk about what potentially could be our next voyage together.
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, there's some interesting information about
tomorrow,
that. So, yeah, we're going to try to, in fact, let's talk about that now.
All right. So I'm sure all of you know, because you're all Disney nerds just like us, you know, the Disney Wish has come online as of next summer. The first voyage is the maiden voyage. I think anybody that's under 25 cruises is not getting on that cruise ship. But the second voyage is going to be a DVC-only cruise. So we crunched the numbers, saw what we had, and I think we have enough points to probably swing this thing. So, yeah, we're going to try it tomorrow, see what happens, and, you know, go from there. If we don't get that one, then in 10 days, I think we can try for another cruise in June or July of next year and see maybe how that works. So.
And with that said, we do have a cruise already booked for August, which I think we're all fairly certain is actually going to happen now. Do we agree on that?
Well, with the mask mandate going away outside, that was my biggest problem with August in Florida is melting because of a mask outside. I don't care if I'm inside waiting in a line in air conditioning wearing a mask. That doesn't matter.
Correct.
But oh my God, when we were there last October with Becky, hi Becky, we had a terrible time because the mask thing was just horrific.
And that was October. So we were in Disney in August 2 years ago for the opening of Galaxy's Edge.
And I died.
Yeah,
almost.
I literally thought the sky was trying to kill me every day. I don't know how you fools live in Florida in August. It's utterly nonsense.
The devil was there with us, and he hates us. So
yeah, that was brutal. So I couldn't imagine for a second even walking around those parks with a mask. I mean, I don't like walking around here with a mask on outdoors. I couldn't imagine doing it inside of a Disney in August. So we were still going to go. There was no doubt about it. My oldest son, who this trip is for his 18th birthday, he has not seen Galaxy's Edge. So we were doing Disney World no matter what.
He's also not seen legal alcohol in a foreign country. So
correct. So he's going to have his first legal drinks in the Bahamas at Atlantis is the plan. In fact, we'll be booking that excursion, I think, 2 weeks?
Yeah, next week? 90 days out for you guys. I mean, so I could book now, but I'm waiting for you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. I don't think it's gonna be a full cruise. I think the excursions are gonna be. What we should try to do is take advantage of the cabanas on this trip. We might be able to get a cabana.
We might be able to. We'll see. I mean,
have you looked right now?
No, I got to go look and see. what happens.
You should look. We might be able to get a cabana for this one. I would happily do a cabana.
So the last cruise we had booked, not us, 2 of us had booked. My wife and I, we had a cabana reserved. Everything was ready to go, and then they said, "Nope, can't go because." You know why, but that's fine. You know, it could be worse. Yeah.
Yep.
So we got that plan. We're going to try and swing this point thing. It seems kind of like a mess. So who knows which points, which years you can use? It just doesn't seem very coherent at this point. But you know what? If we wait in line for 2 hours on the phone and they say no, it is what it is. We tried, but we got to give it a shot. So. Right. Yeah, see if we can get on the second cruise.
What we should do. So what time is it tomorrow?
I don't know. It's like 12 in the morning. Who the hell knows?
Is it midnight tonight?
Well, I don't know. Maybe your time, my time.
Oh, we got to find that out.
Central. I don't know.
Because we might want to be on a three-way.
I might be on a flight, so that might screw this all up. So
that would be terrible.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what this dog wants to do.
I don't know what the dog wants to do. She's out of her mind tonight. Come here,
she's scratching. She's doing the moonwalk. She's enjoying life. So.
Come here. Get up here.
Yeah, this is a dog, Lion King, right here next to me. Yeah. Cuddles.
She was trying to.
In your head.
Oh my God! Get that thing away from me. Yeah. She was trying to eat Marc earlier. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we love each other. We're best friends now. I fed her potato chips and what was it? What I feed her? Oranges. That dog likes orange.
She loves orange slices. Yes.
So we've had a crazy weekend. Chris said yes. Or Jessica said yes.
I said yes to the dress.
So, Chris and I went to a mall. We saw the biggest mall in Syracuse. I think it's third largest in the U.S. We saw something amazing there as well. That was quite fun. I mean, just seeing everything change and things opening back up, even out here, has been a very positive experience for me and Chris, I think. So, things are changing. I mean, both of us had our shots many moons ago at this point.
Yeah. I've been fully vaccinated since February.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Gosh, you were just so important. So, rubbing people's backs, that's what makes it.
Jackie says hi, Lyra.
Hello, Jackie.
Say hi.
Not to me.
Say hi to
Sorry, Jackie.
Right there.
So anyway,
Larry doesn't care.
we've had a really wonderful time out here. This has been a wonderful trip. Chris has cruised around. He got a new Jeep. He doesn't put doors on it, which is pretty awesome. It's even wonderful. So what I was going back to is yesterday was horrifying because it was so freezing. Well, tonight it rained in the Jeep.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
so I had like
blast.
wipers on my glasses, and it was not a good day. We had a really wonderful time here. It was very, very fun. Chris did something that, well, I think we all expected him to do eventually, but she's perfect for him, and that's really what matters.
Yep.
He has 3 rings. So one
I
ring does not rule them all.
No. So this is this ring is palladium band with 24. You can't actually. Can you?
Okay, we just hit a record. We got 15 concurrent viewers.
That's because I got married.
Oh my
so you
God.
can see that it looks like bark on there. That is 24 karat.
Can everybody
gold.
like this, please? Because this is really important to us. We really appreciate y'all being here.
So I don't have the other rings with me right now, but I have an additional ring that is a cobalt band with actual mahogany, and then my third ring is a silicone ring that I can use for when I'm doing massage.
Yeah, silicone for Silicon Valley. So
that's not.
Anyway, thank you for getting us to 12 or 15 concurrent viewers was our max. I think that might be the record now. Again, not trying to pander, but if you could like this one.
What is she fighting with?
Oh, she's fine. I think the dog is getting us the viewers.
Maybe it's the dog.
I think it's the dog. Everybody, tell us if it's the dog. Is it the dog? I think it's the dog.
It's always the dog.
So we're going to do dog videos from now on. We're just going to stay in the background.
Well, we have cats too. I have cats.
Oh, no cats. I'm allergic. We're out. Sorry, cat people, but...
Oh, yeah. So this has been a hell of a weekend. We have spent pretty much the entire weekend, I think, intoxicated.
No, not me. I'm fine.
I don't think that's accurate.
I'm fine.
I don't think that's accurate.
I'm fine.
So, yeah. I was supposed to run 12 miles today, and I woke up with a hellacious hangover. And
Thank you, David.
That did not happen. David. Hi, David.
David, we appreciate you being here, even though you're quiet in the back.
Jackie,
we know you have lots to say.
Jackie is on here. I have never seen Jackie in the stream before. Hi, Jackie. Jackie's a good friend, old friend of mine.
She's pretty excited you got married. I think.
I think maybe. Well, actually, Jackie might be upset I got married.
Oh boy.
I mean? You know what
God.
I mean?
Hope Jessica's not here.
No, Jessica I think is asleep right now.
She's sleeping. She had a very, very difficult day. So here's another thing that I was going to say, and I think this is probably pretty awkward. So this is his wedding night, and he's spending it with me. There's a reason. What do you think about that?
Well, there's
a reason. What do you viewers
think
about that?
But this is also, what is today, Mark? What is also today?
Oh, 1 year anniversary of the podcast
1 year anniversary of our podcast.
Time. Yay.
We started this 1 year ago tonight, so I thought that was kind of interesting.
And it was Alex's birthday, so we got 3 in 1.
My nephew's birthday, yeah. Although he did not care about me getting married today.
He couldn't care. He wasn't super happy about that.
No, he just turned 8 years old today, and he was not thrilled that I took over his.
You got
his
Beyblades
birthday.
though. So.
He did. He got a whole table full of Beyblades, and
I wish we were doing this in person every time because this feels right. I don't know when to stop talking when you're not in the room.
Yeah, I think
awkward.
I do feel like you should have probably bought a house in New York by now and just moved because Seattle blows.
Seattle doesn't blow.
Seattle blows, and also your sister is complicated, and I think that you need more of a break from her.
She is not complicated at all. She has an easy, breezy life. She's breezy and easy. And
although you should have brought your niece out on this trip. That would have been fun.
That would have been bad. I don't know if any of you heard, my sister included, what I did to my niece, but I do apologize the other night. Sorry, your uncle is not smart, so.
I don't think she's watching.
She's not watching, but she might watch later because, we're a little bougie, and she likes that stuff, so. Yeah, that's fine. So anyway, we've had I don't even know what to say at this point.
Who is this person here?
That's Rashawn. Rashawn is trolling you right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rashawn is trolling you. You deserve it.
Oh, hold on. Charles has never... Actually, Charles has been on this before. I think.
Hello, Charles. Would you like and subscribe, please? I don't care if you ever watch again. Just please do that. That's all I'm asking.
There's a lot of new people in here. We would love you to like and subscribe.
You don't need to watch again. You don't need notification. Nah, who cares? Just freaking like this thing. Come
Yeah,
on,
we're,
man.
we're trying to get rich here on YouTube. Come on,
Yes,
people.
we are.
Help
We
us
want to make
out.
tens of dollars.
Yeah,
So,
tens of dollars.
you know, we're looking for that. I mean, we need a little ego boost. I mean, that's all this is about, really.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
yeah, that's not bad.
and Jeannie, I always thought we friended Jeannie, and she's nice. I always thought she would be our gravy train. She'd get us in there. Sorry.
Jeannie says we should move to Florida. I don't think that's actually going to be. No, I don't think that would be a real possibility. I have no desire to live in Florida full time. At this point, so here's the thing. Jessica and I have discussed our futures together and where we are going to end up. So I have said for a very long time that I want to reside on a beach or near a beach, within walking distance of a beach. Maybe. I love the ocean. I love the smell of the ocean. I love the feel of salt water on my skin. I love being sun-soaked. I love all those things. She hates all those
It's getting
things.
creepy.
Well, only because you have dirty thoughts about me. But Jessica, that is, my wife, not my boyfriend, Jessica wants to live in the mountains. And I enjoy the mountains.
Jessica's right.
But I would not want to necessarily live in the mountains. And so we realized when we were in Florida last week, or 2 weeks ago now at this point, that in Florida... Or in Miami, I'm sorry. Hawaii.
Honolulu. Come on,
Honolulu, Hawaii. You can get both. You can get mountains and ocean in like 10 miles of each other. So
they went hiking. They got kidney stones.
I got kidney stones.
Yeah. Did we even talk about that? I think we
pretty
were
sure.
hiding all of that because we didn't want anybody to be sad for you missing part of your vacation because you were in Hawaii.
I don't think
in the
that
middle of
happened.
a pandemic.
I'm fairly certain we discussed the
Feeling
kidney
bougie.
stones and the morphine and all that.
How do our likes go down?
What
We
happened?
were at 5 likes. Now we're at
No,
4
we're back at
likes.
9.
No, we're at 4. Oh, we're at 9 likes. Oh my gosh, you guys are wonderful. Let's get that
Great
10.
people. Great
Come on,
people.
10. Please, 10.
So, anyway, yeah, I mean, Hawaii, I think could be the answer. Although
I'm
Hawaii
pandering
is
badly.
very, very, very expensive. He says he's not drunk, by the way. I think he is.
Oh, I feel great. I have dry mouth. That's all I got. So
And no pot, even though it's legal in New York now.
I don't
Mark
do
has
that.
not
I got to
partake-
work. No,
Has not partaken in the
not my thing.
marijuanas.
I got to drive $200,000 cars. I don't want
So what?
no complications there.
Other than my marriage, my wedding today, which was very nice, by the way, and I'm going to post video of it. If you were friends with me on social media, I'll be posting the video. I'll probably have a highlight reel because the ceremony itself was actually fairly short. We'll probably do a highlight reel, maybe show it on the next show next week.
So keep in mind, we had 2 cameras. We had another live stream camera. All of these things, and everybody was prepared. And then Chris's camera, for some reason, had this video card, this memory card that was almost full. I mean, I don't know why you would do that for your wedding.
I grabbed the wrong memory card. I just grabbed the wrong.
I think it all worked.
It was fun.
I think it's fine.
And we had 2.
It was wonderful.
We had 2 cameras.
We were prepared,
Yeah,
so
we're fine.
we did everything okay. So, yeah. And it was a wonderful ceremony.
Paul.
I think Rachel
May.
Yeah,
Rachel May, state
she's-
senator from the 50th District of New York State. She presided over our wedding and
did a wonderful job. It was amazing.
She was lovely. She's a lovely, lovely woman. She's actually also Jessica's boss. Jessica's the communications director for State Senator Rachel May. And then my brother was my best man, and Jessica's matron of honor, how you want to say that, was Dana Balter, who recently ran for Congress here in the 24th District. For the U.S. Congress, so
she also had a wonderful speech, which we recorded. So we have her speech, we have Chris's brother's speech, and he held his own. He's not a talker like she is.
Nope.
He held his own, and it was
Did
wonderful.
a wonderful job.
He did a great job. You know,
they were both very emotional. There was a very emotional.
They
speeches,
appreciated being in that part of the ceremony. So I made sure that I got that recorded for them. So. You know, it's important to these guys. I tried to frame my video, and we'll see how that turned out. We might have to cut a little bit, but that's okay.
That's okay. We'll get it. Paul's waiting to see who chokes who since we're in the same room.
Well, it's probably gonna be the dog first.
Yeah, the dog. I don't know what she's doing. She has got all kinds of like weird energy. She's all over the room, like eating things off the floor. I don't know what's going on with her, but. Life goes back to normal tomorrow.
Yeah.
I go back to work. He goes back to Seattle. Our show will be back on separate coasts again next week. It's going to be...
business as usual.
Yeah, I was supposed to run 12 miles this morning. I don't know if I
You
mentioned
did
that.
not.
That did not happen. So we're going to try to pick that up tomorrow because I'm still in marathon training for the Chicago Marathon in October. And we'll see We'll see if I'm able to run that
we
tomorrow.
did have an interesting question from Angela, and she wants to know, and she's wanted to know last week. She really, really, really wanted to know if we would go back to Aulani.
Oh,
I think that's an interesting topic to finish up this podcast with.
Yeah, because we're gonna do a short show tonight. Because I want to go get some
ice cream or sorbet.
From Wegmans.
Nice lemon sorbet.
He is not. For those of us from the Northeast, he is not impressed by Wegmans, and I don't understand how that's even possible.
It's fine. It's a grocery store. It's a grocery store. It's fine.
He doesn't get it.
Whole Foods better.
Okay, so anyway, Aulani. I probably would not go back, and not because I didn't like Aulani. I thought Aulani was amazing. It was a beautiful resort. I had an incredible time. The staff was beyond friendly. Hi, Pupper. The pool was incredible. The lazy river was incredible. The food options were incredible. The views were stellar, spectacular. We had all kinds of places we could go and do other things around the island.
Yeah, but you had to leave the resort.
Yeah.
What Disney is a master of in Florida is keeping you there.
Correct.
And they didn't do that. I mean, you have a resort, you have a restaurant, and maybe this is the because of COVID, maybe that's why it didn't happen the way we thought. But they only had one restaurant that was closed completely. Everything else was open.
Right.
So there's still, even if you open that other restaurant, if you're there 3 or 4 days, you're going to want to explore outside of the resort area.
Right.
And there's very nice restaurants across the street. You have options down the road. You have all these different things you can do.
Right.
And I think where Disney, and I think they probably agree and concur after all this time of having it open, is they didn't make it something that felt all inclusive.
Well, you also,
like they do at Disney World.
Yeah, but you also don't want that because they realize that people are coming to Hawaii to go to Hawaii. I mean, if your average guest is coming to Hawaii, they don't live there, so they're probably coming to see Hawaii. The problem I have is not that I didn't like Aulani. I would stay at Aulani 1,000 times. I don't need to go back to Oahu. So I feel like I did. I feel like I did everything I want to do in Oahu. I want to go to Maui. I want to go to the Big Island. I want to go to other an island hop more. And if I'm going to go to Maui, I'm not staying at Aulani because I'm not going to. That doesn't make any sense.
Right, but here's the thing too. So you're talking about Maui, and you're talking about going to other islands in Hawaii. Well, okay, there's other islands in the Pacific. I mean, now you have an option. Are you going to go to Bora Bora? Are you going to go to Tahiti? Are you going to go to the Maldives? I mean, are you going to pick those places over Hawaii because you've said, okay, I've been to Hawaii once, I can check that off my list.
No, that I don't say. And first of all, there's the flight to Hawaii was bad enough. I have no interest in going to the Maldives because if you go to the Maldives,
for you it's horrifying.
Yeah, that's horrendous. For me, if I'm going to spend time in a plane, I'm going to Europe next. And if I'm going to, it's similar amounts of money for me. I'm going to go to
Europe. Going to England's same as going to California.
Yeah, it's actually it's a shorter flight for me to fly to London than it would be for me to fly to
and for everyone who knows, the reason we were in Aulani and the reason we're here and the reason we went to Florida in October last year was because we were supposed to go to Europe in August last year, and it obviously got canceled because of what's going on. We had a massive trip, cruise through Norway, Iceland, all these things planned, and it got canceled. So I have this massive credit with Delta Airlines. Fly Delta if you're watching, because they did. I like the way they operate and things like that, and it's a wonderful experience on their flights. But I have this massive credit I got to use, so I've been plugging away, using it trip after trip after trip, and I still have a ton of credit left. But that's part of the reason we ended up going to Hawaii this time is because we had that option. We had the opportunity to do it because of missed trips before, because I think we would have. I don't know. I don't know if everything had been normal for the last 2 years. I don't know if we would have gone to Aulani at this point. I think we would probably still go to Florida or cruises, things like that.
We had discussed it as an option years ago, but it was one of those someday we'll get to Hawaii kind of things. And Angela makes a great point in the chat right now. I would go on a cruise 100 times before I go back to Aulani.
I would too. Absolutely.
I love the Disney cruise, and by the way, I've only cruised on Disney. I don't really feel any compulsion to try any other cruise lines out. I'm very happy with what Disney offers me and where they take me.
Absolutely. And this may sound crazy. Disney service is fantastic, but Disney cruise service is 10 times better.
Even better, yeah.
So
it's the best customer service.
You go to Aulani, and it was a nice experience. The people were very polite. But it's not the same. It's just not the same. It's not the same as Disney World. It's not the same as Disneyland. It's just
Disneyland and Disney World are also different, and the Disney cruise is different.
It's just a different level.
I can't speak to Vero Beach or to Hilton Head because they have Disney resorts there, and I have not been to them, nor have I been to Disneyland Paris or any of the Asian Disney resorts. But I can say that Disney World has stellar customer service. Disneyland, I actually worked at Disneyland, has good customer service. I mean, better than most places you'll go, but in comparison to other Disneys, Disneyland in California has good customer service with a local feel to it.
It does, absolutely.
And Aulani was exactly like that. It was a local feel. It felt like when we went to other places around Oahu, we got a similar customer service feel to it. Now, maybe not the same level of like care and concern, but it was the same kind of joviality, if you will. I don't know if that's even a word, but like
it felt
it felt Hawaiian. It felt like you were in Hawaii.
These
even
people
at
were
Aulani.
amazingly sincere, and they were doing their best. And this may come out wrong talking about the cruise lines, but man, these people that are serving you on the cruise lines, and I hate to say it, they need that job.
Oh, for
that
sure.
job. So you go to Aulani, that job's to care for their family and people at home, pay their mortgage, things like that, just like the American people do, like American way. They're paying all their bills and things like that. A cruise line job for someone from another country, that is a life changer for their family.
Sure, right.
So, it's a major, it's super important for their family. And I think a lot of times you hear flack from people saying, oh boy, they should put cruise lines U.S. flags so they get minimum wage and all these things like that. I know for me, I tip very well because I know what they're going through and that they aren't getting those types of incentives like we do in this country. And I make sure that they are taken care of. I don't know how other people do that. I know Chris feels the same way I do as far as that's concerned.
Sure.
So, I think it's a different level because there's a different outcome for the people on the cruise lines if they do a great job, and that's wonderful. It's great.
Jeannie asked an interesting question. She's asking about the luau, whether or not the luau at Aulani was similar or better or worse than the poly luau. I have not seen the luau. I have not
done the poly luau.
So I have seen video of the luau at poly, and I will only say this to it. The first thing is that the luau that we saw was very much changed. The staging as well as the interaction with the crowd was greatly minimized because of COVID. The tables placement, I think, was also very different because of COVID. And so it felt... it was amazing. It was a great show, like Angela said. However, it did feel a little sterile because they were trying to make it COVID safe. We were also the third or the fourth showing of their luau that they had opened up
back after.
Yeah, they were brand new back to it, so they were It was a little bit of a rough show too. They definitely didn't have it nailed down yet.
But I will say, if I'm guessing based on having people that live in Hawaii know the culture, I can't imagine the luau in Florida is going to be better. I just can't.
Yeah, I think. Well, from what I've seen of the video, because I've seen videos of the poly luau, I think it's just a better staged show. I don't necessarily want to say it's more authentic. I can't necessarily speak to that.
And not that this show was authentic by any means, but it felt like that.
It felt like it was you felt like you were in Hawaii. The trees looked like you were in Hawaii. The breeze was
the food. I mean, it was just
you're watching a luau right off the ocean. I mean, the ocean's literally right there. So I mean that piece of it was really, really good. But the theater in which they do the luau and at Poly is bar none. I mean, it's set up for that show.
Right.
It's designed to interact and take place in that way. And the seating, the premiere seating feels like premiere seating. The way that they staged this, it felt like we were just sitting on the lawn somewhere. So but again,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a lawn.
Yeah, but that's COVID, and that's fine. That's
I think that's always how it's been.
You think so, really?
Yeah, it's always been
perhaps.
on a lawn. I'm sure they've had twice as many tables in there. And that was the other thing. It was well spaced apart.
Right.
People weren't around. The service was top notch there.
Right.
I kind of wonder what it's going to look like if they're doing it in the same lawn. Boy, it would be. you had 3 times as many people there, I think it would be a vastly different experience. Now, if you have better interaction, things like that, that's one thing.
Yeah, if the characters or the actors were to actually like go out and mingle with the crowd, I think that would have really added to it. But again, because of COVID, they couldn't do it. I understand that. I'm not speaking to that necessarily. I'm just saying I can imagine. I can imagine there would be a difference in a normal environment.
And boy, that guy wearing that big guy.
The big guy that was covered in tattoos. Yeah, he was
wearing
he was amazing.
he was wearing arm things like he was the Road Warriors from WWF. Holy heck. Yeah. I'm a big man. He terrified me. But he did an awesome job. It was super cool to see it. So.
Jeff's asking a question. Jeff, by the way, hi. I actually was witness at Jeff's marriage, at Jeff's wedding many years ago. Jeff, what I don't know what halpia is. What is?
So we had halpia. So that's that sweetened coconut. It's like the drizzle.
Oh, sure.
So if no one people that are Chris's friends in the chat may not know this, but I have a coworker named Palika. He actually retired about a year ago. He owns the Seattle Poi Company. Shout out to Palika and his company. If you ever want to try anything that's authentic Hawaii, including halpia, all sorts of Hawaiian treats and poi and things like that, he ships all over the country. Seattle Poi Company. So yes, I've tried it. It's amazing. It's very, very tasty. But I don't know if it's necessarily traditional the way that they're serving it, because it's more of a topping more than anything.
Sure,
so
right.
And I did have it on the shave ice we had as well. So
nice.
Yeah.
Jeannie, to your last point there's also unlimited booze available at the Luau at Aulani. So that was also great.
If you are in the preferred seating.
Oh, it was only preferred seating.
Yeah, if you're in the other seating. So we initially had the standard seating, and we got an email. I got a call and an email about 3 weeks ahead of time that said, hey, guess what? We're moving your luau to a different day, and give me a call if you can make it work. So we called, and when I initially had booked, there was no preferred seating available, but when we changed it to the other day, it was available. So we got that taken care of and got the nice right up front seating around many children that Chris loved.
Yes.
His favorite part.
That I was ready to murder children. I don't know if I said this in the review of Aulani last week, but there was a lot of children there. And I did not even consider for a moment bringing my children to Hawaii. And for all those parents that did, shame on you. You ruined my vacation. I can deal with.
It's not right.
I can deal with children. And I had a crying child on the flight back from Hawaii as well, which was really
and not trying to be bougie as well, but we had also a child in first class on the way back, so that was cool.
Jeff, you guys have been married for 10 years. That was 10 years ago. Holy cow!
How's that make you feel? Old?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a long time.
You've been old for a long time.
I've been old for a long time. Interesting fun fact: Jeff and his wife Michelle got married by a dudist. If you're a fan of The Big Lebowski, it was an ordained minister in Dudism. Yeah, seriously.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
Oh boy, yeah, well, that's neat.
Anyway, we planned on a 30-minute show tonight. We've actually already gone over 30 minutes.
Chris wants some sorbet.
Yeah, I want to go get some sorbet, and we got to get up at 3:00 in the morning to get them to the airport. So we're going to cut this one short tonight. Next week's show, I don't know, what are we going to talk about next week?
Well, how cool is this? So I just got to say this before we go. We did our first show live last year, right here, and now we're back right here.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So, well, I'm not here. We were upstairs.
Well, yeah, but you've changed your office like 6 times since.
Sure.
Since we've been here, I think you never can sit still.
No, I haven't changed. Constantly in change.
Yeah, but this new background's quite delightful. Glad we got it on the screen.
He actually did not say anything negative about it. He never, ever is honest and true to me. He always has to be.
I just said it was quite nice.
I know. Thank you. I'm saying
everything's
you never
straight. I mean, you got these shelves up. You used the level. You found your pliers. He only has one set of pliers.
That's not true.
That's a problem for me.
That's not true.
I think he has one screwdriver.
That's not true.
And so no, you need to say that's true, because think about it. One screwdriver and one set of pliers, and he built this. That's pretty impressive.
I built this with a drill, actually. I don't know where my drill is, but I built it with a drill. I have a wonderful drill.
That's pretty impressive. He has a drill. He drills things.
So, say goodnight, Lyra. Say goodbye to everybody.
All right. Thank you for getting us all the views, Lyra.
Bye, everybody.
We appreciate that.
Bye.
Because you're the best.
Okay.
So.
Bye, everybody. We're not sure what we're talking about next week. We'll let you know when
we start.
Have a great night. Bye.